Good morning, friends. Myself, Amit Mahadev Kapgate from Sri Samartha Junior College, Amravati. Today, we will discuss the topic histology of testes. Okay, this topic from the second chapters reproduction in the lower and the higher animals. Okay, so before this discussing the testes, let us see in short the male reproductive system. Male reproductive system in the human being consisting of mainly three parts. First, a pair of testes, then accessory ducts, and some glands, some accessory important glands which are related to this male reproductive systems. Okay. Now, testes we will discussing in details. Then accessory ducts. This accessory ducts it consisting of this retitestis which are present inside this testis. Then this retitestis it will be collect with each other to form the vas efferentia, and vas efferentia it also collect with each other to form the epididymis which are present at the upper sides of the testis. Then this epididymis it will be grows and collect to forms this vas deferens. Then this vas deferens it runs upper sides and it overlook to this ureters, and then it will be open into the urethra. Before entering the urethra, it will be connect to this ejaculatory ducts from this seminal vesicles. Okay. Then this urethra it passes through this prostate glands, Cowper's glands. Then this urethra it will be passes through this penis. Okay. Then this urethra it is the common passage for the semen and the urine. Hence, it is also known as urinogenital tract. Means that it provides the passage. Means that the both thing, that is the semen and the urine, it will be passes through this urethra, through this, and then hence it is known as the urinogenital ducts. And lastly, this urethra it will be open outside. This structure, this small opening, this opening is known as the urethral orifice. Okay, so these are the accessory ducts present in the male reproductive systems. Then the some glands which are help in the male reproduction, they secrete the many secretions which are help in the process of the reproductions. That is the Cowper's glands. This is the Cowper's gland. Then the prostate glands. These are most important glands here, and the seminal vesicles. These are help in the formations of the semens. Okay. Now let us see the main part of the male reproductive system, that is the testes. Testes it is present in the lower abdominal cavity, and it is mesodermal in origin. Testes are present in the form of the pairs. These are the mesodermal origin, means that during the embryonic conditions it will be developed from the mesoderms. Then here the testes these are present in the fetus regions. The testes are present in the abdominal cavity, but in the adult conditions testes are present in the pouch of the skin. It is known as the scrotum. This is known as the scrotum, means that the skin, it is the skin of the pouch which is present outside of the body, and it is most helpful for the testes for the formations of the sperms. Okay. Now this testis it is a oval in shape, single testis. It is oval in shape, and it is about the 4 to 5 centimeter in the long, and 2 to 3 centimeter in width, and 3 centimeter in its thickness. It is its dimensions. Okay. Then after this we will see the today's topic, histology of testes. When we take the transverse sections of the testis, that this structure will be seen under the microscope. Externally, this testis is covered by the fibrous connective tissues. This layer it is known as the tunica albuginea. It is the external cover of this testis. This is known as the tunica albuginea. Out of this tunica albuginea, there is another layer. It is the incomplete peritoneal layer. This is known as the tunica vaginalis. This is the outer layer. And inner to this tunica albuginea, there is the another layer. This layer is known as tunica vacuosa. Okay. Now this tunica albuginea, from this layer there are the many fibers will be arises, and due to this fibers, this testis will be divided into the many lobules. Okay, there are about the millions of the lobules are present inside this testis. Then in each lobule there are many lobules are present. Many tubules are present. These tubules are known as the seminiferous tubules. Inside this each lobule, it consisting of this seminiferous tubules. Okay, this is the structure of seminiferous tubules. Then each seminiferous tubules internally it is lined by the layer of the cell. This is known as the germinal epithelium. Okay, it is the primordial cell. It is also known as spermatogonia. Okay, now in between this germinal epithelial cell or this spermatogonia, there are the spindle-like shape. This cell, actually it is known as the Leydig cell. It is not. These are known as the Sertoli cell. The Sertoli cell, it provides the nutritions to the developing sperms. Okay, this Sertoli cell, it provides the nutrition to this developing sperms. Now this germinal epithelium of the spermatogoniums or the spermatogenesis will be takes place. This germinal epithelium, it undergoes the process of mitosis to form primary spermatocytes. Okay, this spermatogonium, it is the diploiding conditions. These cells are undergo the process of mitosis to form this primary spermatocytes. It is the again diploiding conditions. Now this primary spermatocyte, these are undergoes the process of the meiosis to form secondary spermatocytes. Then after this secondary spermatocytes, it undergoes the process of the meiosis to form the spermatids, and these are now haploid in condition. And then this spermatids, it is developed into the spermatozoa or the sperms. Okay, and during this process, these spermatids are metamorphosed in conditions and to form the functional sperms. This complete process is known as spermatogenesis. Okay, now here this complete process, complete spermatogenesis, it is takes place inside this seminiferous tubules. Now outside of this seminiferous tubules, there are the cells, number of the cells are new nervous tissues, cells, and the blood vessels are present. But here there are the certain group of the cells are now present. This group of the cell is known as the interstitial cell, or it is also known as the Leydig cells. Okay. Now here in this way that it is the again one of the important things that this interstitial cell, these cells are help or secrete the most of the important hormones that is known as the androgen or the testosterone. These hormones will be secreted by this cell, group of the cell. It is known as the interstitial cell or the Leydig cells. So in this way, this is the structure of the transverse sections of the testis of the mammal. It is the most important part of the male reproductive system here. So you can like my video, you press the like button and subscribe me. Thank you.